Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Human Services Commission meeting. Hi, Loretta. Before we get started on our lofty agenda, let's stand up, please, and do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And if we can, I'd like to go around and everyone say their name. Laura Inserto, Chair.
Suzanne Testani, Vice Chair.
Joe Craigie, Secretary.
Carolyn Brady, Commissioner.
Gwen Palmer, Human Services. Lorenz King, Commissioner.
Brenda Steele, Bigelow Center, Director.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to come. So, as we know, we want to just, on our own time, review our mission statement, which is always great to review. And if I can ask for an approval of last month's minutes.
I move to accept the minutes as written.
Second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I'm abstaining because I wasn't here.
Okay. But I think we do maybe need your vote.
You do? Can I approve if I'm not here?
We should be okay because of me, yeah.
Okay, then
Thank you. Minutes approved. All right, everyone. I'm going to ask Carolyn to please provide a report on the Board of Health.
Well, it was really, really interesting. The Board of Health is connected to a lot of different little organizations. And one of the things that Fairfield Cares and Community Health are doing is that they have started an anti-vax campaign. And we met 4 cities, Seattle, Ward, Notre Dame, and Pratt. And what they have done is they have made 4 videos, like 45 seconds, and they called it Don't Start Now. It's all about the dangers of vaping. And you can find them. They're on the Board of Health website on Facebook.
Okay.
So if anybody wants to see that, they can go on that part of Facebook that's the Board of Health.
And you said it was Fairfield Cares and what else?
It says Community Health.
Okay.
Apparently they were given a grant. I'm not sure exactly what the company was or whoever gave it to them, but this is what they did with it. And the kids came to the meeting and they were really good. And they said that there have been a lot of hits on it. So apparently it's starting to work. I mean, I can't say it works a lot, but what they wanted to do is the students wanted to put it on their social media sites. So that's where it's getting its attention.
Yeah, what would interest me are the dangers. What is it about it that they're trying to highlight?
One of them is the fact that caffeine is even in this.
Oh.
I mean, it's not as bad as cigarettes, but caffeine is part of whatever that's.
So it's addictive then?
Apparently.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know that for sure. They didn't say.
It's part of the business.
But it's not a good thing.
Oh, Mary Ellen, how are you?
Also, the Board of Ed, the Board of Ed should have a policy, Carolyn, to back up the vaping. When I was on in Trumbull, we were actually writing policies about vaping.
Well, see, they didn't.
Yeah.
That
Your Board of Ed should have a policy.
They may have a policy, but that didn't come up in this discussion.
Yeah. Maybe that might be something we can ask. Should be in the policy.
Interesting. Anything else? Anything come up about COVID or?
No,
nothing?
Kind of quiet. The only thing I did say that we did talk about was that Penfield will be closed at Labor Day and they will start working on whatever that is.
Remediation.
Whatever they have to do with Penfield.
The remediation.
On Labor Day.
What do they have to do?
They have to
Clean underneath.
Yeah. Rebuild the building.
Yeah, I think almost like lift it, right?
They're gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
And
that?
get rid of the bad stuff underneath it.
Yeah, they gotta clean underneath. There's been funds appropriated for all of that.
Yeah, 11 million.
Especially knocking it all down, raising it, and rebuilding it.
Yeah.
They looked at that too, but it was more cost effective and it was a better outcome for those people.
So do we know how long it'll be closed for?
No.
It didn't say, huh?
Well, the hearings, they said it would be open by Memorial Day.
Oh, okay. So less than
So
a
it
year.
didn't sound like it was going to affect the summer season.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
That's it.
That's it. Good job. Thank you so much for going to those meetings, Carolyn. And we don't have anyone in attendance from the Friends, but you'll probably handle that in your department update, perhaps? Nothing to offer? Okay, great. Joe Krejci, our AARP Age Friendly.
Okay, the questionnaire, I think we talked about the last meeting that was sent out. I believe the deadline was mid-June. I don't know if they've extended it.
It's been extended to the end of the month, June 30th.
They did extend it.
For surveys?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did everyone take the survey?
uh-huh.
What's your response rate?
Yes.
Well, that's what I think we'll find out. We have a meeting next, I think
Tuesday. Yeah,
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
27th.
Yeah.
To kind of go over what kind of responses they got and what kind of groups responded or who didn't respond, so it should be interesting. I think
Mm-hmm.
we work
Pretty
with
good.
folks over there to get their view on that. Other than that, I guess we'll just have to wait till we get the response period over. I know senior advocates went over to a senior facility to kind of encourage some of the folks there to respond. And Brenda was helpful. There was like 10 pads you gave us, iPads.
The senior housing site.
And we assisted some of the folks
Cool.
to respond. So I think it worked out pretty well. I think the senior advocate folks were they were glad with the kind of response they got. The number of people that did respond there. So that was very helpful in making those things available. It really worked out nicely. So I suspect that our next meeting, we may have more of an idea as far as what kind of responses we got and what the next steps are and et cetera. So it's an ongoing project, as we all know.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Thank you.
anyway, that's it.
Good work. Yeah, I'm just curious, how many times do you have to meet with them? I mean, is this a time-intensive
Not
exercise
from my
for you?
part. I mean,
Okay,
maybe coming up, I think it probably will be.
okay.
Because now you get into the real nitty-gritty of looking at the responses. And when you think, Brenda, I mean, you and Julie would probably have a better idea, but I think the intent was that now we have to figure out what do the responses tell us
Mm-hmm.
and organizing focus groups, things of that nature, which I think will probably be more time intensive.
Right.
But I think Brenda and Julie spent more time on the questionnaire than I did. I mean, that was a lot of preparation on that.
Yeah.
Working with Fairfield View and the advocates. But I think coming up, Laura, there'll probably be more time commitment.
I'm really bummed I can't come Tuesday, but you'll give us an update.
Yeah, that's
Good.
absolutely.
Excellent. So that's 5:30 Tuesday, 6:30? I can't remember. 6:30 Tuesday here.
Here.
Same room if anybody's interested in attending. It's
And that
interesting.
is, okay.
Age friendly, yeah. The update as to the survey and
Okay.
where they're at.
Next steps.
Yeah.
Gaining
Excellent.
interest from potential,
What was that?
I'm already signed up.
yeah,
Yeah.
gaining interest from anyone who, wants to be involved.
Oh,
It's a great project.
Mm-hmm.
Great project.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions for Joe? All right, thank you, Joe. So part of my homework was to find the means for how you all can branch out and, perhaps keep your ears and eyes on other commissions. As Julie had mentioned, she's involved in, a initiative in the state on what human services commissions do. And one of the areas that, she felt was important, it was a state board for social services administrators. And one of the discussion points was commissions and what they do in different communities. So she sent me a list from one of the towns that she shared, and most municipalities have commissions on aging with a different scope than we have. We are actually a human services commission. And the ones that she provided were affordable housing, transportation, retirement planning, emergency management, social recreational opportunities, mental health and substance abuse prevention, accessibility issues, and state advocacy. So I think we have a few of us that are already kind of involved in that, in some of those areas, right? But, you know, one of the areas that Gwen mentioned earlier was emergency management, right? For, as far as the schools are concerned, that's a concern you have. So, you know, to Brenda's point, maybe you want to just follow up with the police department, and maybe you could become our liaison back on what's going on in those areas of concern. That'd be really helpful, I think. I have offered to touch base on a regular basis with the Fairfield Senior Advocates. I know somebody here was interested, maybe it was you too, Gwen, in affordable housing. I don't know, but don't take too much on, right? But if anybody else has an interest in that area, you know, I'd like everybody to take a focus, if possible, because to the point of the commission last month, which you missed, some people didn't feel like they really were doing anything. You know, they feel like they come to this meeting and it's like, what am I doing here, right? And we all have self-interest and interest for our community. So if everybody could kind of put some thought into what is your area of interest. Joe's clearly is this age-friendly, and that's a big one. Carolyn's involved in health, which, you know, mental health, substance abuse falls under that. So if there's further investigation you want to do in that area, if you find that to be of interest, but if not, you're doing enough, you know, and we appreciate it. So anybody else have anything to add about areas of interest they would like to focus on? That means going and looking up commissions, reading their minutes, attending their meetings as a public comment, just to be able to gain more knowledge.
Well, I'm involved in the age-friendly project, but what are some of the areas you're lacking, I guess, because I wasn't at the last
Well, like
meeting.
I said, affordable housing, transportation, retirement planning.
Well, do you have affordable housing already?
No.
Oh, I'd be interested, because that segues into our age project very well.
It absolutely does.
So,
Great, Mary.
So, yeah,
That's awesome. Okay.
Lori, you know, another thing that, two of my friends lost their husbands, and, it's happening more and more now at our age. And, I was thinking maybe the senior center could have somebody come here, a lawyer, some attorney, and talk to women about what do you do, what do you need to do before.
Right.
Because it's
Preparation,
there are so many little things that we don't think about. The littlest thing that I heard from that I could do now is like put your car in both names. And that's very simple to do, but that's still an issue at the end when someone passes.
Yeah.
Let's say my husband passes, and the car is in his name, now that's another consideration I have to do. But little things like that, and we could get a heads up on it ahead of time.
There's a great group in Stratford called Knott and Knott, KNOTT and Knott. They will come and do presentations.
Yep, so I just encourage you to take a look at the newsletter. We've had them here in the past.
Oh,
Yeah.
not? Is that who you're
No,
thinking?
but elder care
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
talk about all of that. So we've had it, happy to look at it again, but just,
That'd be great.
we've had them, so just really, I encourage you, just really each month, take a look at the newsletter. There's a lot in there.
There's so much programming,
Yeah,
is what
yeah.
she's saying, that is
Yeah.
offered to seniors.
Yeah. So,
And,
Right,
Yeah.
there's always something new you can.
yeah, well, I'm just saying, we just had someone here in the spring, so we just.
We
had
actually-
somebody- what is it,
I mean,
6
You can
weeks?
also do different topics.
I've been on this commission now 8 years, Can you believe it? And we have never had an elder care attorney come to this meeting. I don't know. I'll talk to Julie about it if she thinks it's, you know, applicable, but I do enjoy guest speakers. That's one of the things I find enjoyable about this commission, that we've learned a lot from people coming in and speaking to us, right? So I'll speak with Julie about that and see if that would be something that she would entertain
I
us
think
having.
it's very beneficial to all of us if we have a spouse, because eventually one of us is going to leave, you know, before the other,
Right,
and it's good to have heads up at the end.
yes.
One of our more popular elder law presentations was on gift giving and how to appropriately leave your children, you know,
Yes.
without being taxed.
Yeah,
Things
that's
like,
another
I mean,
thing.
you may have had things here, but I don't, you know, there's always something different too.
Well, and you know, that would
Right.
fall under the category of retirement planning, kind of, sort of, so that's kind of cool. Yeah,
Do you want me to take that on?
if you'd like.
Sure.
That'd be awesome. Thank you, Suzanne. Yeah. I would like that, yeah.
newsletter, Brenda, it's lovely and very comprehensive.
Yeah, no.
You do an excellent job.
Oh, thank you.
Well, that
No,
wasn't my
just not to
intent to say
say,
they didn't, but
Oh.
I'm just trying to say there were
Yeah.
always new
Of course.
things you
Yeah.
could use. Always.
I like that idea. Anybody else have an area of interest?
What-
You're obviously gonna do affordable.
Now, I raised my hand, but what do you want me to do?
So the affordable housing
Mhm.
in Fairfield
Yep.
is a big area.
Yep.
And they meet, I think, if not every 2 weeks, at least I know monthly. You
Okay.
can go on the town website and
Okay.
bring up affordable housing and see
Uh-huh.
when they meet and maybe review their minutes and see what you can bring back to us as far as intel
Got it.
on that for,
Intel.
in particular, seniors, right?
Do you have
Because
a
it's a
time
big
frame?
area. I just would like somebody every month to give some kind of feedback report on an area of interest that you think this commission would be
Okay.
well-served to know.
Got it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no big homework.
Yeah, Tom,
You know.
I'm sorry, what did I just say?
Just if it will make members feel like they're engaging and bringing something to the table. Like, I was hoping I'd see Barbara, because I was telling her I have the full list of all the clergy in the area, and it would be nice for her to connect in with that group, Fairfield Clergy Association, right? Because she's a rabbi, and there's things that go on that focus on our citizens, our seniors, that these folks could, you know, probably
That's a great idea.
give her information on. So I will get her this list. I have a picture of it, and I'll text her. So I know Barbara's going to focus on that. So the only one who's left is Loretta.
I thought we covered this last month, because
Okay.
we had already talked about the Parks and Rec.
So you're going to be our liaison, okay? Because that's not on the list, but yeah, that's fine.
It was discussed last month
Yeah,
in terms of the
mhm.
Youth Service Bureau. I can take on something else if that's not of interest. I don't think that anything's gonna come of it from here, so I'm happy to pick a different area.
No, I like that idea. So Youth Service Bureau,
Because
Parks
we're talking
and
so
Rec.
much mature adults, nice to talk about things.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, no, and it's a passion for Loretta, so that'd be great. Thank you for confirming that. All right.
Laura, I just have a question on this. Since we go to these commission meetings, will Julie kind of tell the commissioner that we're sending somebody to these meetings? Would that help things, do you think, Brenda? I mean, rather than just showing up at the meetings,
I think that's
because you're
great.
going in.
it's appropriate. I mean, they're public meetings, but
Anyone-
Yeah.
there might
Because,
be.
you know, public meetings are probably like this, where, you know, if you're not on the commission, everybody looks at you and, why is Joe here?
Double check with
But I
her.
mean, if,
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously
you
introduce
add
your,
work, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm saying it make it easier
Yeah.
before we do
No,
that.
absolutely.
yeah, I
Also,
think
it also
so.
makes them aware of the liaison and that we're reaching
Well,
out.
that's
to
what
the
I'm saying, it makes it
commission.
more sound like a
And it's more
liaison type
visibility,
thing,
yeah,
rather
okay.
than, I'm a
Social,
public.
yeah.
Well, one of the things Julie said is you don't necessarily have to attend meetings, maybe look at their minutes from the meetings that they hold.
Okay.
I mean, whatever, if you want to attend, great, but I will give Julie, an email rundown of what everyone just kind of committed to, right? And I'll ask her that question.
Yeah, because I mean, I know she's being very nice, but I mean, to me, reading minutes is not, to me, being a liaison.
Mm-hmm.
Also, reading,
Well, and are we a liaison?
You're not
liaising.
No.
There's no liaison.
Yeah, it's not a liaison
You're
at
just
all.
informing
Okay,
yourself
good,
of what's
okay.
going on, and, yeah.
We're not part of it, no
Well,
official
that's part of
role.
the decision. Oh, I see what you're
We're
saying.
just observing, and you can watch it on Fair
Well, that's
TV or
great.
anything else, or sit in the back of the room and just be aware,
Okay.
right? I mean, that's my understanding correctly, we're just,
Yeah.
there's no real role.
It's not a formal thing. The only liaison
Okay.
right now is Marty,
Okay.
right, to people.
I have a vote.
And you do.
Carolyn is
Yeah,
also.
right, so you're a liaison as well.
Because you were appointed as such.
Yeah, one of the things I wanted to say about the minutes, I remember when I was chair of the Fairfield Housing Authority, the minutes, we had to have them done that week. Now the minutes are released for most places a month back.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Now, Carolyn, that's a great point. Now, is that something that Mary Ellen would probably want to click into, the Housing Authority?
The Housing Authority, believe it or not, has not had one meeting that has been publicized since January or before.
This year?
That's right. If
Huh.
not, for whatever reason, there are no minutes of their meetings. I went back to January.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still involved with Sullivan and Kinney.
Hmm.
And I check out every once in a while. But there have been no minutes, and I don't really want to be the one to call up and say, because they know me. But they haven't done it. And they're looking for buildings, but there's been nothing on the minutes that say what they're doing. At least
Are they required to meet?
It's a commission.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I was on it for over 20 years.
Huh.
So, I mean, it's
Yeah.
a one-side commission.
Right,
And I mean, the Affordable Housing Committee is an offshoot. I was on that too.
right.
And they have, their minutes were always posted.
Hmm.
But the Housing Authority is very obviously lax.
What's the difference between the Housing Authority and the Affordable Housing Commission?
It's not, the Affordable Housing is a committee, it's not a commission. That's the main thing. But still, they, I think they pretty good for their minutes, but the Housing Authority is not there.
The affordable housing is the area concentrated on the 830G,
Yeah, oh, all right, yeah.
which
yeah.
is huge.
It is huge.
Yeah,
I
and
was up on that.
maybe it's intentionally being like, swept under the carpet.
Well,
Yeah,
I can't remember that farm that they wanted to buy on High Street,
Yeah,
and Conservation turned it down.
yeah.
But from what I understand, that she's still trying to, get that going. Now, how far she's gotten, I honestly don't know.
Who's she?
Now, Carol Martin.
Oh,
She's the,
oh, yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
she's in charge of Fairfield and Westport Housing.
interesting. Okay. Thank you. See, that's great intel, right there. Very good. Yeah, because how does it really impact our seniors? That's the big question, right? I wonder, yeah.
Housing, not enough of it.
there's
Yeah.
not enough of affordability.
That would impact
Right,
it.
and sometimes the bar is so low here that most people don't qualify, that lived here all their lives. And so
Mhm.
it's a real, it's really,
One of the things that's happened too is that, like, when I originally was on the commission, it was senior housing.
Yeah,
And then it got to be bigger, where now the housing that she's doing, anybody can go into. Disabled, seniors, it's no longer called senior housing, it's no longer called senior disabled housing. I'm not sure what they call it now, to be truthful.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, it has changed.
Like that place on Beacon View, what was that referred to as, that we went, remember we toured it as a group?
Pine Tree,
Yeah.
Pine Tree is, anybody and everybody.
Oh, so that's not seniors only?
No, They changed it.
They changed it.
And I think it's the government that's changed it. I don't think it's Fairfield Housing that's changed it. It could be on the state level that's changed it, or it's the federal level that's changed it. HUD may have changed it. So I really, I can't answer to that. I'm not really sure. I think it's probably a federal HUD thing.
So what I would like to invite you to do, Mary Ellen, is if you have time in the next 4 weeks, and maybe it's in the fall, but just come back and kind of give us an overview of what is going on with housing. You know what I mean? In general. And I know that Fairfield Senior Advocates is well informed. Are you on their emails?
I used to be, but I don't seem to be getting them lately.
I'll forward it to you.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
I know they were doing the accessory dwelling units. They were focusing quite a bit on that.
Mm-hmm.
That was mostly their focus, right?
Yes, for a while.
Yeah. So,
Accessory apartments.
yeah, but, so that was kind of focused versus like senior housing apartments,
Right,
with some kind of support services or something like that, so.
That'd be great. Anybody have any other comments on this? Is that your phone?
I don't know how to turn it off.
Oh.
I have to watch.
Oh, it's on your arm.
I don't know that either.
Oh, that's great.
And
You can hit the button there, you
I
can
put
hit
it on quiet on my phone, but I don't know how to do it.
Here you go, Gwen.
All right, then I think we can probably move on to a department update from Brenda.
Okay, the staff, both social services and Bigelow Center, has just finished some training, LGBT training through SAGE, which is an advocacy group. So we've just all done some training, which is really fantastic. And the bathrooms are scheduled to begin in July, updating the bathrooms. So more information will follow on that. We hope to...
Brenda, are you losing any stalls in your renovation of your bathrooms to get them out to code? Are you losing any?
I don't know that. I can't answer that. I don't know the specs.
Okay.
I don't know. But we're really happy that we're getting updated bathrooms. So we're hoping it does.
Space in the updating sometimes.
Yeah,
It can be a little bit of a.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope not, because that would leave one toilet per bathroom probably. So, but we're hoping that it won't, interfere with too much, but we just have to wait and see. But we're really excited about that. So they'll start with the bigger ones, and then they'll move to the smaller ones. And that's all I have.
Wow.
Yeah, other than that, things are fine in the Bigelow Center, and, all is good.
Okay, anything, I know that the Friends are having a barbecue, is it in July?
Yeah.
Okay. Check out your,
July
your
is,
newsletter.
it should have been here today. It's online, it's on the town website, July.
Do you know the date?
I think it's July 20th.
Is that it? Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember.
If that's a Thursday, it's July 20th.
It'd be fun, y'all, if you can put it on your calendar.
But you do, just to let you know, it is limited, so you do have to register.
Okay.
And it fills up very quickly, so as soon as you see it, I think registration opens on Monday. So if it is something you want to attend,
Okay.
you should
Great.
register
Yeah.
sooner rather than later, but it would be great
Awesome.
if you could
Yeah.
join, yeah.
Do you need any help with it at all?
You could
Some
check in with the
volunteering.
friends, I could ask the friends if you'd like, yeah.
Like we did with the
They're saying,
veterans.
yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I'm
Really
sure
fun.
they'd love it, yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I don't have the line in front of me, I'm sorry, but lots going on in July too, so.
Yeah, excellent. Just a reminder, we do meet in July, but we don't meet in August. We always take the month of August off, so. Anybody have any other questions, comments? Everybody's good?
We got
You got homework, yay! Well, thank you, everyone. Can I ask for a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion, Madam Chairwoman.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you.